This is the start of my IAM Advanced Rider Qualification journey. It's going to be a little bit of a series, and this is part one. So if you're interested in following along, stick around. Right, first part of my observed ride, day one. I'm off to meet my observer, Dave. Now I'm not sure what to expect from today on my first observed session, other than the fact that I've been told to bring some high-vis along with me and my IAM booklet, which I got in the post. R90. Oh. First rule of advanced riding, don't go through the no entry.
Don't go through the no entry.
Yeah.
Right. How are you?
I'm alright, thank you.
On a proper bike.
Yeah.
You find it's alright?
Yeah, dead easy, like 18 minutes away. Okay, so I'm just going to beat my horn, don't be scared. Just syncs my microphones up.
Ah, right. And the only other bit is when you come, just reverse.
Yeah.
And the only reason we reverse it is then we're...
Make life easier, doesn't it?
And I always, so I'll spin it down, then I stop, get off the bike.
Yeah.
As opposed to...
I can't really paddle, so I just got to physically...
I've got little legs, so I can relate to that.
You can. I'm not alone. Right guys, so first session with David today. He's going to be my observer. I'm leading, we're leaving from the McDonald's. I'm going to go right at the roundabout, right at the traffic lights, and then I've got to use my mirrors just to see where he's going, because they don't use comms here, because you don't on your test. So start as you mean to go on. So let's give it a go and try to show some kind of competence. Okay, we're off. Oh, scary. Road surface is terrible. Oh, it's quite nerve-wracking. I told myself that I wouldn't be nervous, but weirdly I don't think you can kind of help it. Because ultimately we're being critiqued, so trying to keep an eye on my speed, make sure I'm not going over the limit. Not do much talking.
When we get through the lights, it'll go down to one lane where that white car is. So go fast and get in front of these.
Will do. I'm not not being a very good motor vlogger here. I'm concentrating so much, I'm not speaking. Just waiting for the lights to change. Got David behind me, scaring me. No, I shouldn't be scared really. He's just trying to help. But I think it'll definitely take me at least a ride to get into the flow of being observed without that affecting my riding too much. Because it does. And you have to really live in your mirrors. Keep looking in your mirrors. Trying to look as far ahead as possible, whilst also keeping my eye on David. Oh, it's very, very tight then. That was bad on my part as a national, and then straight back into a 30. Tut tut tut, slap on the wrist there. And now we're going into a 20. So I really got to behave here. Can't believe I just went flying into a 30 and had to hanker on the brakes like an absolute dumbass. Oh well. It's all part of it. Go next to him. Dave, that's so nerve-wracking. I didn't think it would be. I thought it would be cool as a cucumber and all zen. And then when I got on the bike, I was like, huh.
It doesn't matter how many times I or anybody else don't be nervous. When you get out there and you know you're being assessed, critiqued.
I know.
It's nerve-wracking.
I think I'll settle into it more once I get used to the sensation. Definitely. But I felt a bit tense at first, like, oh.
And therefore, so we've just done 20 minutes there.
Yeah.
And it's like stop and just have a chat.
Yeah.
See what you think, because
Cool.
it's very hard when you can see why I often will say, look, first ride, we'll just go a ride, 'cause
Yeah.
it's difficult looking at the mirror.
It is.
All the time. You think, there's a junction, is he going to indicate?
Yeah.
You're looking and you're a bit, and you don't know where you are,
No.
which doesn't help, so
Yeah.
what do you think worked well for you then?
Worked well. I don't really bloody know.
Is there anything that you thought,
Yeah,
I've done
when
that?
I went hurling into a 30 from a national.
Yeah. That's why we take you there.
Is that what you do? You bloody tricked
That
us,
sign is hidden.
It's so hidden.
So what you did was actually what I wanted you to do.
Yeah.
Because you've seen it really late. Well, guess what? You ain't going to see it early. Even I, who know where it is, are still going, where is it?
I kind of feel like there's not even any indication, like maybe earlier, or maybe I didn't clock it because I was too
Well, you
busy.
couldn't. Honestly, you can't. It's the reason, I and other lads will use that stretch of road. It's because it's obscured.
Yes.
And what you want to see, and it's a bit, it's not unfair, because
I'm glad because it made me think you have to be able to react quick.
and it's like, you see it, and then it's like, but what you can't do is, and you have to think about scenarios as well, because let's say you're out with your mates, or there's a car, and you see that 30, if you slam on, it's a good chance. So you've got to have a good look in your mirrors.
I was happy with how far back you were in order to do that.
Yeah.
But if I knew I had to right up my chuff, then it's not ideal going barreling into it 30, but you've got to do what's safe.
You're absolutely right there. So you did what what I wanted you to do, which was, right, okay, I've got to get the speed down, I've got it on. That's fantastic. So that's good. Is there anything else that you thought,
So as well, to start with, my road position wasn't great because I was just trying to I was really tense, I was looking, and then I'm thinking, right, so advanced riding, apply, what I've learnt with Ryan and stuff, and just try and be a bit more in the right place at the right time.
Yeah. So overall, that was fine. A good. No, it's not terrible at all. A good start. You set off. You look very confident on the ride. It's the road surface isn't great, and it's quite busy as well. So you're looking confident. That's fine. We got past the learner driver. The thing that you have in situations like that, and it was a learner you pick away, is we have to ride to the speed limit. It's really hard. It's really hard because you just want to go back a bit faster. If you break the speed limit, it's like, sorry, and that's it. So you've got to think about, where can I overtake? So if we're in a 30, we're very rarely going to get a chance to overtake. If we're in a 40, the vehicle just going 35, 36, can you overtake? Pull out, you've got 4 or 5 miles an hour, you're going to be alongside him for a long time, you're in danger. You can show it with having a look, going top back, and the boy behind goes, she's thinking about it, and that's all I want to know, is she thinking about it, or is she, because when we just sit there, we go, is she considering all options? So you've got to just think about that. In the 30, before we got into the national, because did the national catch out a little bit, the sign there?
You know what, I'll tell you what, if I'm being completely honest, I didn't see the sign.
No.
My sat-nav told me it was a 60, and that's the only reason I put power on, else I would have been dawdling.
Well, I came up to give you a bit of a, and I thought, because
I missed it, I'd have been dawdling, and I looked for, oh shit, 60.
Well, that's brilliant, because it's being honest, and one of the good bits that you're showing already is self-awareness. That's great. So what did you think we did really well?
My shoulder checks. My dad taught me to do it at junctions, like if I'm turning right, just do a little inside check. So I've just always done that out of.
That's good, I can see that. What I want you to do is, when we go through change of speed limits, I want you to check your mirrors. And you're right to where I am, and you're moving your eyes, which is fine, because I can't see. I just want you to let me know. So there's always this overemphasis. So look, that was fine. That was fine. let's leave it at that for now. So it's just think about those speed limits, etc. So we've done a lot of urban riding there. So now we're out more into the countryside. So well, I'm going to take you. We're in a 40. It'll go up to 50, drop down to 30, and then we've got a couple of miles of 30. And then we're going to go mainly countryside again.
Right, so I've just had a little bit of a debrief there with Dave, and now we're going to do sort of the second bit, so let's get cracking. Okie dokie. So we go right and then right again. I missed the 30 sign. I keep missing them. And I didn't do my shoulder checks. Oh, my head went. She lost her head. She lost her bloody head. But then I couldn't do the shoulder check into the 30 because I didn't even anticipate it.
For that pothole.
Yeah, it's not the best, is it? Okie dokie. Right. Okay guys, it's time for a little voiceover right about now. So obviously on an observed ride we rode for quite a while. I think we probably did about 2 hours worth of riding. Now obviously I have to condense this into a 20-25 minute YouTube video, else I don't think anyone has the attention span to watch someone else ride on roads for 2 hours. So this is me just doing a bit of a country lane section. It looks like the bike is bouncing around. That's because it is. The road is redonkulously bumpy here. But this is just a bit of a stretch of country lanes that I did with Dave behind me. Now, because obviously there's a lot of stuff that has been filmed but not put in the vlog, I'll basically summarise what Dave said about my riding looking at the IAM Roadsmart course logbook. So he said it was a good first ride, well done. Think about how far out you're looking. Give clear mirror checks and shoulder checks if necessary. Think about your position on left-hand bends, especially when oncoming traffic. So you guys know that I did a bit of rapid training previously, and Ryan drummed into me the importance of position 1, 2 and 3. But on sort of 30 roads and 40 roads that are quite narrow, I was being really strict with that theory, which isn't always the best thing to do, especially if you've got cars that are cutting bends or you've got really narrow roads. Sometimes, even though that's the best place to be for the view, it isn't the best place to be for safety. So that was what he picked up on. In my development plan, he said another general ride next time to check out the above to see if I've been working on my left-hand bends, my mirror checks and shoulder checks. He also has mentioned to look for the changes a bit more vigilantly with the speed changes, which I totally understand. And he said the next ride should focus on motorways and dual carriageways. So, yeah, it was a decent first ride. I was pretty chuffed, pretty happy. And yeah, roll on observed ride 2.